home and tuck, yes, and OMG. It's amazing. You can't make this stuff up. We just, thunder and lightning. Thunder and lightning. Oh, yes. Whoosh. There it is. Oh my gosh. And here's the other amazing thing. I had just finished the Rashini call. We had gone for our swim, whatnot. It's okay, we come back and we get ready for our walk. And we go out. This is so beautiful. Oh. Oh, so beautiful. So we step out and there's a box outside my door. And I'm going, really? I haven't ordered anything, nothing like that. Turns out it's from someone. A bestest best friend at one point. And it's kind of like, what's going on here? So I brought it inside and I was like, I don't know, maybe I need to sage this first. And so actually I got a sister on and we talked and was like, no, okay, let's sage and pray and then let's open her up. I'm like, okay. So we did. And it was actually quite a surprise. It's like, wow, I asked for these items long time ago. And actually just the one item is my drum. My buffalo drum. Here comes the rain now. Shh, the cleansing. Oh yeah, I'd open the door, but, well, okay. Let's open the door. The wind, you can hear the wind. Oh. Says my drum. And I'm like, wow. So me and the sister continue talking and, the ancestral healing, the matrilineal lineage, all of this, this is the work that we're being called for. And cloth pieces, they carry a lot of memories. It's kind of like a native's blanket, the stories are held in the blanket. Grass. Thank you. My oneness shawl. Thank you. And then there was another surprise. And so I beat my drum. I was, we'll go back up. And that's when the thunder and the lightning started. Like, wow, you can't make this stuff up. Well, you can try. But this item, I had given it as a gift. I thought. Of course, the person said they would ask and see if they resonated with it, and felt quite honored that I would give it to them. But she's back. Interesting. I had seen it and purchased it at a American Legion event, garage sale, supporting the veterans there in Deming, New Mexico. So I'll get to play with her. This is quite a good storm. Wow. Trying to find a spot here where I can sit, not too many of the drawings are shown. I'll let you watch the lightning show. So today is actually quite a, wow, really magical day. Very, very magical day. So my vehicle, the vehicle that I've been feeling coming in, plans had changed for this evening to see it. So knowing I'll get to see it tomorrow morning. If not, this fellow veteran and rider says, as far as I'm concerned, it's yours. But the loan popped right through. The money's in the bank, ready to go for the purchase of this vehicle. So I'm really excited. Or whatever vehicle Spirit has in store. But it's happening. It's happening. And the creative block has opened up. So, and I think the pieces today, it started opening up not yesterday, the day before, and then yesterday. And then today I went to start and it was like, something's, well, because I needed to take the letter to escalate the legal process one more step. Actually made it in this mail slot earlier today. And then Rashini and I had a beautiful time after the fire ceremony. We went down to the park, and there was this young kid. He's got this, I've been watching this past week as they have gone back into school classes. This one kid tends to sit by himself as they all start gathering. You've got your little groups that sit together, and this one, oh, there goes our electric, tends to, seems to happen every time it rains. A good storm. Reminds me of India. Anyway, so, he was sitting there by himself, and there was a group of kids, and I'm locking up Garuda, and Rashini's wandering around, and Rashini goes straight up to this kid sitting off by himself and sniffs, and I went over it and I said, if I may, if it's okay, I just got to share how much I love your long hair. It is so beautiful. I honor and respect that. And he's like, he kind of lit up a little bit. And he's like, thank you. Thank you. And I said, absolutely. And I give him this like little fist bump. And we go on our little walk, and we come back around, and he moves from where he was sitting over to the picnic table because all the other kids had moved on into class. They were all going on down they open up the gate there at the park, and they all start funneling into the school grounds. But he didn't. We'd come back, and there was a really good song, and I needed to leave the stone, and so I'm dancing around the trees and dancing with the song and hugging the trees. You know, I don't care. I do me. And I could feel that he was kind of watching. And he would lay his head down on the picnic table, and I was going around to the other trees, and he would move his head around. So he was watching. And I'm just singing and dancing and hugging and doing my thing. And then I get back to Garuda, and I down my shake, and Rashimi gets his water, and we get the bike all undone, and I get ready to leave, and I says, hey brother, you have a good day. And he's like, you too, thanks. And off we went. Now I share that because I get the feeling I was receiving as I'm watching and witnessing is there are two of them that I've noticed that have their long hair. And those two will buddy up once in a while, or they are off on their own. But all the other kiddos got the shorter hair, and they're you know, so just one, supporting the youth, and two, demonstrating. And this is the biggest part, is us adults need to demonstrate that unity, that kindness, that being your authentic you. Now I must say, you know, my first few times there at the park, I kind of was reserved, and I was still kind of working some stuff out with myself, and there's this, you know, I'm walking against traffic because Rashimi walks on the left-hand side of the road. He was taught by an 8-year-old. He walks on the left-hand side of the sidewalks. And somehow, on our bike paths and stuff, we've got to be like the car traffic, or I don't know, it's the opposite. It kind of drives me nuts. And now a lot of the walkers there they know me, and they're like, oh, no problem, you know, and they kind of go around, or if there's a traffic jam, we move off to the side in the grass, and we do a wait. He's really good at his commands. He knows exactly what to do 90% of the time. Well, 99.9% of the time. Sometimes he gets a little exuberant and starts to jump out in front of things, you know, and I gotta halt him. But he listens to that really, really well. So this I love about him. And, you know, with fire ceremony and so forth, and I'm used to just, when I'm in my right mind, when I am really, really fully centered and not in the shadow stuff, I am who I am, and I just let it be, you know. Because I believe us demonstrating it allows others to demonstrate theirs, and then we can all really get along really, really well. We do that so beautifully in our fire ceremonies in the morning because we're each just our authentic self. 90% of the time, we are our full authentic selves. And there's a few times where I kind of get this mask vibe. And then, or you're in this quiet space, but if you're in that quiet space, we allow each other to be in that quiet space. And most of the time, we're pretty good about not really giving advice, just sharing our own stories. And when we pull something out of it, each one of us can pull some knowledge out of there and make it our own wisdom by putting it into action. It's pretty cool. It's really, really cool. So that's kind of what I felt with this young male adult who is doing his best to be his native self and feeling that bullying probably from the other kiddos. I don't know. I can't tell his story. That's just the vibe that I received. That's the feeling I received. And so me being able to just allow myself to be and not be concerned with what anybody else thinks. And there's a lot of us on the bike path that do. There's a couple of other women. You could just tell they have that sovereign love about themselves and doing their thing, and we spot each other and we give the peace sign and the love sign and the wave sign and different things to each other on the path. And you can see them doing their, just being themselves out there, exercising and being in with the nature. So I think that's really, really awesome. So we go from there, and we get like I said, I got the bank account, all that stuff got taken care of today. It was like checking off boxes, going, this is done, this is done, this is done, this is good, this is good, this has been sent, this phone call's been made, this part's in action, this is in action. And then for myself, in our Rashini talking circle, we were discussing the iguana and how the iguana is the master of stillness and can sit there so still, almost creepily, for like ever and ever and ever, and then move that fast, snag that bug that fast, and take that inspired action at that moment, and then come back to that stillness and be and bask in the sun, which is the Most High, basking in that sun and letting it, digest its meal and all of that, and just be in that stillness. And then inspired action, and they're fast. I mean, they can go from 0 to, I don't know what their speed is, but they can go fast when they need to. And if they need to regrow a new tail, they can regrow a new tail. We spoke about lizards in general. So, anyway, so that's my day. And then, of course, the box and opening that up and praying over it with a sister. And very, very grateful that those loose ends are tied up and been taken care of, and in a good way for both of us and for all concerned, because they're ceremonial pieces and will obviously be used for ceremony. Well, maybe not obviously, but they will be used for ceremony because, well, the drum did its thing, and just a couple of minutes, and then boom. Coincidence? Maybe. Synchronistic? Hell yeah. Finally got the good rain again. I really thought she was gonna miss us and go further east. And I kept going, come on, you can do it, you can do it, you can do it. Thank you, Great Spirit. Hey. And thank you for everything being taken care of in a good way that is best for all concerned. And the ancestral healing taking place. One piece, one step, one breath, one prayer at a time.